What's up, gamers and gearheads? Brittality here to bring you Coalition Report episode 115. I am breaking down and doing a quick recap of Gears of War news from the past couple of weeks. Now, I know you guys are like, what the Pistis is post doing on here during a weekday? Isn't this usually a weekend thing? Yes, you are correct and very perceptive. Cookie for you. But I was waiting on some information about something we will discuss in a bit, so I decided to hold off. Anyway, we have some news to go over from the past couple of weeks, so let's get this party started. What do the Coltrane and waffles have in common? Well, absolutely nothing. I just would really like some waffles right now. But for the Coltrane thing, there is a contest being ran by the Coalition where fans can submit their own Coltrane rap music video to be entered to win one of those custom painted Gears of War Ultimate Edition Xbox Ones that you've seen in the past. You can find all the information on the Gears of War site, and the link along with everything else we are discussing today is in the description below, so go check that out if you're interested. The Coalition teased about a playlist refresh last week, and yesterday they released the details of the refresh that will be happening on October the 30th. Praise God and Greyhound playlists have finally been consolidated. Now, it's important to give the player choices, but too many can become problematic. And this has been a problem for quite a few years now. But the refresh will make the competitive playlist exclusively execution, which as of a few weeks ago uses the ESL settings now minus friendly fire. For the social playlist, you can see the modes here. They've also bumped up the XP of these social game types since they are no longer found in the competitive playlist. They mentioned that when there is no special event, they will rotate Warzone, King of the Hill, and Assassination. This update also brings down the axe on Rooftops, Bullet Marsh, and Garden for TDM, and Rooftops and Bullet Marsh will no longer be on the Hill game type modes. Special events will make its debut on Gears Ultimate. Torque Bow Tag will be played on 4 darker maps since it is the Halloween season after all. You can also earn the Hollow skin that will be unlocked after this Halloween weekend. Thanksgiving is just around the corner, and you know what that means. Yes, the day after that, crazy moms will bust up in stores and get things for half price. They want a good deal, that's what they want, but you can do so in the safety of your own home. A Black Friday deal from Dell was leaked last week on their site. It shows an Xbox Gears of War Ultimate bundle, Fallout 4, and an extra controller, all for $300. Remember that time we talked about backwards compatibility for all the Gears of War games coming to Xbox One? I don't know what, that's annoying. I'm gonna stop doing that. Well, yesterday, during the Halo 5 stream, Phil Spencer announced that we will see a list of over 100 titles that will be backwards compatible, including games from the Gears of War series. For those that aren't preview program members, this will all be available to everyone on November the 12th. Now we are moving on to some competitive news, so if you don't enjoy competitive news, thanks for coming. If you do enjoy competitive news, you get another cookie, so that's 2 cookies for you. That's a lot for me. Okay, anyway, let's move on. First, let's get into some of the team changes that have happened. Raw Talent releases Mints to NX after NX released Rob Ames. Since Gears of War Ultimate's release, that is now 2 team members Raw Talent has lost since they were competing in Gears of War 3. Before Hype 4, Void actually moved on to Noble VXC. We've got a few team name changes to note as well for you guys, so you know who you're looking at. Hype 4 champs Fury have been picked up and are now Envious. Yes, the widely popular eSports organization that's home to Call of Duty and CSGO teams as well. Now, this isn't the first time Envious has been on the Gears of War scene. The last time they were involved in Gears of War eSports was back at Hype 2, which, if I remember correctly, was back in 2012. They actually sponsored the team MBN. Now, the team has already made those boys in blue proud by winning an online Gfinity tournament held this past weekend. One more team name change to note, the Team Tragedy has also been picked up by a bigger organization. You will now know those guys as Onslaught. The final 8 teams for Season 1 ESL Gears of War Pro League, that's a really long title, were determined on October the 18th. The teams that will fight for that 50K payday are MBN, Vex, Swarm, Enemy Esports, Tragedy, NX, Envious, and Synergy. Let's go across the pond for just a second. Team Infused won the EGL Open this past weekend. It was a tournament held in Europe. MES Events and the PA organization are teaming up to bring the Gears of War community an online league that will lead to a LAN event. Open qualifiers begin on November 13th. They haven't released exact dates for things yet, but I'm sure that you can stay tuned here and I'll be sure to let you know when they do. And speaking of Gears of War events, the Coalition has started an initiative to help fund future events for Gears of War, along with a Gears of War eSports Twitter account. Now, to help fund eSports, they are selling a weapon skin called Sweaty on the marketplace for $4.99. All the proceeds from this will go towards Gears of War eSports. Now, this is a model that has been used by other successful games in the past to help run their own tournaments, which I automatically thought this would all be used for future ESL events ran by the Coalition, because when you click on eSports on their site, it goes straight to ESL. So I figure when they say eSports, they mean ESL. But according to the Coalition, this money will be used for ESL events as well as grassroots tournaments, and this will be an initiative used for tournaments internationally, depending on how much money is raised. I went on to ask Jack Felling if there was some sort of specific quota to be met before they started to help contribute other organizations other than ESL, but Jack Felling says that there is no specific quota to be met, it just depends on what is raised. No word yet on how they choose who to fund or how much will be given to events, but I am sure this will be revealed all in due time. Either way, this is a great initiative for the community to support and fuel Gears of War eSports. And that, my good Gears, is all the news I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you want your gameplay featured here, just drop me a line. Also, if you have any suggestions for things you would like to see here on the channel, leave that in the comments as well. Until the cog turns again, I will have some more news for you next time. Have a wonderful week.